I was on a prayer walk a while ago, and I sat down on a picnic table at a church, and I felt God was like, okay, you're addicted to fear, not faith. And the night before, I was listening to a podcast with Christ with Coffee on Ice and Girls Gone Bible, and they were talking about how one of them had an alcohol addiction, and they had to let it go. It took work. It took sacrifice. And she said, Jesus sacrificed too. So we should sacrifice. He sacrificed his life because he loved us. So I was thinking of what I heard last night, or that other night, and I came to this revelation or something, and God was like, it's different to be addicted to adrenaline and like gold because it hypes you up. Like oh, I'm afraid, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna do it anyway. It's different. It's like you're nervous, but you're gonna do it. And then you compare it to fear, and fear, rather than pushing you, it holds you down like a weight. And I was thinking about bungee jumping because of a Singapore trip coming up, And I remember the last time I didn't want to go bungee jumping. I was like, that's too scary. No shot. No. And that's a different fear than like preaching to someone in the street. It was definitely scary. And I was too afraid, right? And too many thoughts held me back. And that was fear, right? But the fear in the bungee jumping was rooted in more of the, if I fall flat on my face, I'm going to be dead. Whereas the fear to go preach to someone, it stops you because why? What's the rationale? What people think? And so God made me realize that you have to get rid of this addiction of fear because it's only going to hold you back. It's only going to make your life worse. And you'll never be happy doing that. And so I just asked that he help me to continue to see it that way. Because fear is not okay. We've become so comfortable in fear, and that's the thing with addiction. It's numbing. It's easier to be in an addiction. But it's not okay. Just because it's easy doesn't mean it's okay. And fear holds you back from doing what God would love for you to do. You think Jesus was not terrified to go die on that cross? He said, Lord, crying this out, if this cup could be taken from me, take it. Fear, addictions kill you. They trample you. They own you. They own you. You don't own your addiction. Because if you owned your addiction, you could stop right then and there. Could you stop fear? Or are you addicted? I'm not saying I don't struggle with fear. I'm not saying that I'm any better. But I am saying that God is a mighty God who will help you break any addiction you have. And fear, it's got to break. And he will walk with you every step of the way for you to overcome that fear. He'll be there. He said he will never leave you nor forsake you. In Deuteronomy 31, Moses said that God told him he can't cross the Jordan with, I think it's the Israelites. And he said, but do not be afraid. But do not be afraid. He said, be strong and courageous. And do not be afraid or terrified of them. Because the Lord your God goes with you. With you. Right there. In that moment you have fear, remind yourself, he's here. The God who created the earth, who has power over everything, is right there. And he will never leave you nor forsake you. You know how terrifying it is for the Israelites, for their one leader that's been talking to God, and then they got to go on by themselves and go, fight the Amorites? He's with you. He loves you. And he wants you to break this addiction. So it's time to let go of fear. It's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's time to let God do what God does. So that we can actually live happily and not in pain. Jesus loves you.